so today I'm going to do an updated wear and tear video on my Speedy 25 in Empriente leather. This was requested by some of you on the original video where I did the unboxing and kind of overview of it. So I have this for maybe 5-6 months now, and I've been using it every day. So I think this is a good little benchmark, just to show you how the initial wear goes. I took Pikachu off because Pikachu is no longer in my life. And now I just have the little Coach Rexy, and Coach is killing it this season with the Rexy collection. I'm obsessed with everything. I love dinosaurs, so I love this collection, and I had to get this little coin purse, and it just clips off like this, and I really like this one. Anyways, back to the bag. The initial overview, I discussed the differences between this one and the old model. So this is the new 2016 model where they redesigned it. The old model actually had these straps going up the side, and then the zipper pulls were a little different. The zipper pulls now are this kind of like triangular, trapezoidal, I don't know how you describe this thing, but like this shape. And the zipper pulls on the old bags actually looked like this. So they were like these ties that are just looped around the zipper. So they did change that, and I think that those were the only two details that I missed. I'm gonna link the video down below if you wanna see the initial comparisons. It's a little clearer in my mind because I actually did my research before. And a few of you have asked how this model compares to the canvas version. So the canvas version is still in the old design, so it doesn't have the pocket in the front. It also does not have this little area where the zipper comes down. The zipper stops here where the piping is. So the opening is a lot smaller, and of course the price, this is going to be more expensive because it is full leather, and this one is going to be heavier because it is leather. Canvas is always going to be lighter and thinner, so if you are someone that has really sensitive shoulders and you can't really carry a lot of weight, or you like to weigh down your bags and you want a lighter bag, this may not be the one for you. Now, as far as the wear and tear goes, of course the hardware has scratched up a little bit just because I'm not one to baby my bags. I paid a lot of money for this bag. I didn't want to pay a lot of money to have to take care of a child. So I kind of just swing it around like I would any other bag, and the hardware has scratched, of course, because it does bang a lot, and especially since I like to carry my bag like this on the crook of my arm, the shoulder strap tends to swing a lot just because the hardware on these bags are heavier than regular, you know, like the bags that you get at Target, of course. So this one does swing quite a bit, and this piece in particular does hit a lot of walls, a lot of doors, a lot of people. So this actually hasn't scratched up as badly as I would think it does. It just scratches up like, you know, any piece of jewelry that you would have that maybe you worn maybe for a few months. So it's nothing too horrible, and the only thing on this strap that has shown any type of wear would be the hole where I adjust, where I like to put my, what do you call it? Like my setting? I don't know. It's stretched out a little bit, but you know, that's very normal and common. So as far as anything else, nothing on this strap has stretched out, nothing has deformed on the strap, which I really am impressed about because this has hit so many concrete walls. It's touched many grounds, and it still looks good as new like the day I left the store. So I am really impressed with the quality of leather, and that's the reason why I decided to pick this leather out of all of the different designs and leathers that are offered in the Speedy. That's why I picked the Empriente, because I actually bought my mom a wallet in the red Empriente in the cerise color, and I got her a wallet, and the wallet literally I got her I think maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, and it still looks brand new. She uses it every single day. Granted, she does take care of her things better than I do, but just because the leather has stood up through so much, I decided to get it in this one. What else can I tell you about this bag? So the foiling on this bag is not going to be perfect, and the reason why is because this is a very textured bag. This is nothing like the smooth leather Capuchins collection where everything is like very smooth and as soon as you scratch it you'll see it. This is very hard to scratch, which is the reason why I purchased it, because it's low maintenance. But you also have to understand that with this type of texture, it's very difficult to heat stamp it. And when I wanted to get this clochette heat stamped, the sales associate actually recommended me not to, but I'm that stubborn person person that's like, no, I don't care, I'm gonna get it done. And I begged the artisan to do it for me. So of course you can tell that a few of the letters or partial has already worn off, and these are the thicker like bolded initials. As far as the print on the front where it says Louis Vuitton Paris with the little trademark R in the circle, that is starting to kind of rub off. Not that it was perfect to begin with, but it has started to come off, and I mean, I'm not too upset by it. This isn't something that is really important to me. I mean, it's literally like LV all over, so like in terms of like the brand, I don't care. But it's also the fact that I knew going into it that it probably will peel off just because it's such thin lettering. I mean, you know, it's a bag. It's not going to last for 1,000 years. So I'm just very surprised that it only took maybe like 5-6 months for it to start peeling off and start rubbing off. Now, I don't know if that's something that I can take to the store and ask about, but needless to say, it doesn't really bother me. I probably will ask the sales associates next time I'm in the mall just to see like what they can do about this in particular, but if they can't do anything, I'm not really going to be mad about it. Now, as far as the wear on the side piping where the zipper meets the leather, there has been a few areas that have rubbed, and that is completely my fault just because I don't have the habit of zipping up my bag. So it's always open, and when I wear it, it's just, you know, it's gonna be closed like this, and that's closed enough for me. So a lot of the times the zipper teeth will rub against the piping on the leather, and if you don't tend to have a habit of closing your bags, which I know is a horrible habit to have, but just because this is a softer leather and you do have to make sure, I mean, it's metal going against leather, so obviously the metal's gonna win. I mean, does it bother me? No, not really. Although maybe it should because I paid a lot of money for this bag, but it doesn't. So yeah, and that's the only kind of really wear that I see. There is a little rubbing on the piping on the corners, which is also normal. Now, this is my first Louis Vuitton, so I wouldn't know if this is normal for the lifespan of this bag, only 5 or 6 months in. But it's nothing that I really think I should be worried about. I'm sure if you take it to like a leather cleaner or a spa, they can fix it up pretty easily. It just looks like it needs to be polished and oiled up a little bit. But as far as the rubbing goes, it's not too bad unless you look at it very closely. Actually, I don't even know if the camera can pick it up. But it is like, it's just so slight of a difference. And as far as anything else goes, the stitching is perfect. The lining I'm very impressed by because it is still clean. I have stuff in it, but for the most part it's still pretty clean, and I think it's due to the fact that it is a gray lining. Now, I know that if you get a lighter bag, you do have to make sure color transfer is not an issue to this bag. But for this one, the black is actually very low maintenance just because the color is not going to go onto this bag. Now, that being said, the color has transferred from this bag to other things. Remember little Rexy I was talking to you guys about at the beginning of the video? Well, he has a few bruises from this. He has a few black splotches, which I'm not sure if you can see, but it's just from him rubbing into this bag. Now, this is something I'm not going to be too concerned about just because Coach has started offering complimentary cleaning services in a lot of their stores, if not all, I'm not sure. But, so I could just get this cleaned, it's not an issue. Also, it's, you know, it was like, what, like 80 bucks? So, it's okay. And as far as color transfer to clothes, I haven't had that issue. Granted, I don't wear a lot of white or lighter colors, but I haven't had that issue when I do wear lighter colors. I think it's just to this leather because it's hanging and it's rubbing constantly against it. So if you do have a more expensive bag charm, maybe don't put it on a darker bag like this one, just because you want to protect it, especially if it's expensive like a Fendi or something. You know, that's probably like half the cost of this bag, maybe not so wise. As far as the usage goes, I've noticed that a lot of crumbs tend to collect in this pocket right here, and that's nothing to the design of the bag. I'm just gonna warn you guys, just because things tend to drop in there just because of the way that this is sloped. So this is sloped like this. So anything that hits the bag is kind of gonna collect in this pocket. Now, nothing like super gross or anything. It's mainly just like crumbs and like dust and whatnot. But it might be something that you want to think about, because if you're a clean freak, I'm certainly not. Maybe you don't want stuff collecting on the inside of your bag. I don't know. One more thing is that yes, this bag is full leather, so you do have to be a little more careful with it in terms of how heavy you load the bag in. Now this bag I have used to mule 750 milliliter champagne bottles into my dorm room in college, which probably is not the best idea considering that it's so heavy, and a bag like this probably will deform. And I don't know if you can tell, but on the back handle on this area there's a little crease, and you can tell this is a weight crease because this is where the bag was really trying to support the weight in this bag. So that probably was not too wise of me, although I don't really care because I feel like it just shows more character, and it's a bag that I've used. I know some people want their items to be in perfect pristine mint condition. I'm the person that likes everything to be a little roughed up. I mean, not like terrible quality, but just a little roughed up just so it gets a little bit of character. And so, you know, this is how I know my bag is mine, and you know, it's different. It's a little different, and I do show it love. So these are some things that you may want to watch out about and see. But as far as everything else goes, I feel like it's okay. Now that I'm looking at it a little closer, I'm noticing some fraying. So I'm really going to have to take this to the store and ask about this, just because I feel like even through the abuse that I've put it through, it shouldn't have any threads pulling out or any of the varnish missing. So we're going to have to see about this one, and I will give you guys updates because that's what YouTube is for. We gotta stick together. And yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you guys next time.